Good morning. Welcome back. Thanks for joining. First day where I don't have any appointment to do any more testing or any more lab work. So I figured I'd cover this topic, the difference between Tricare and VA. So as you know, the other day, let's start from the beginning. Just a quick story. Ended up in the ER in a naval hospital. Went through the process, did the lab work, got discharged a few days later. And then the other day I had to turn in all that paperwork and turn it in the VA. And then yesterday, the VA wanted to do their own testing, right? So I went in there yesterday, they took samples, blood, urine, saliva, stuff like that. Because they have to do their own assessment of what happened to me. All right? So people are probably wondering, okay, it's like, why are you going to a naval hospital and then why do you have to report everything to the VA? So let's start off with Tricare, okay? When you first join the military, as soon as you step on, you get off the airport, you get on the bus, you go through boot camp. As soon as day one starts, you are automatically covered in Tricare, okay? A lot of people assume it's free. It's not. They actually take it out of your check, okay? It's like a health care. Now, once let's say you get married and you have kids, you keep on going to Tricare, but you end up with Tricare with dependent. Okay, another health care. It takes care of your wife, kids, and everything like that. But the catch is they also have to report. They can't just go to a normal hospital. They have to report to the closest naval medical center. Okay? But they do have a program where you could pay extra. Hey, thank you, BB. Appreciate it. But you do pay extra if you want to go out in town and pick your own clinic, doctor, hospital, whichever you want. But that's a little extra, but that's up to you. Okay? Now, if you follow me, you know that I'm retired, right? Sorry. I'm still a little sick. But I do feel better because I feel like I'm slowly getting my energy back and I'm not getting as tired. Where before I would be standing up or walking for like about 5 minutes and I'm just like purely exhausted. But I feel like I'm alive again. All right. So when you retire from the military, they also give you Tricare option. It's called Tricare Retired, which you pay, monthly. It's like a healthcare for your family and all that, right? Same option. You go to a naval hospital, they'll assign you a military doctor and things like that, primary care and everything for the family. Okay, that's including you, kids, and wife. Now the kids are only covered until they're 24 while they're in college. But if they choose not to go to college after 18, their coverage is done, over with. Now, because I'm retired, the VA takes over my health care. Okay? What they do, or what they did, was the day after I retired, they called me in and they evaluated my body. Mental, blood, physical, everything like that. And they do their own assessment. And their assessment is based on when I first joined the military, which was 19, midway through, based on all my medical records of all the injuries I sustained and, therapy, any medication I was taking. All that accounts for, and then my current physical status. Okay? That's including blood, physical, mental, and everything like that. So they put those three criteria together, and they put it together, and they evaluate me, and they give you what they call it's called the VA rating. I think that's what they call it. And depending on what percentage you get, they actually pay you for your service. I don't know if that makes sense. But that's only after you get discharged, honorable discharge, or after you retire. Okay? So this is where the kicker comes in. Because I'm in the high percentage on the rating, and they pay me a lot, I have to report to them. Okay? I can't just collect the money, disappear from their world, and not check in. Okay? So I have to constantly report to them. Okay, I think with the new Trump administration happened is, instead of going to a VA hospital now, which is huge, and I just don't think they have enough doctors for thousands of veterans. There used to be a long waiting line. But now, because of the new administration, they outsource our medical facility, meaning we can now opt out going to a VA hospital and request to go to a clinic near our place that's VA approved. And so that's what I do. Instead of driving 20 miles and waiting in line for hours to be seen by a doctor, I opt out and requested a VA approved clinic near my house. And by there, I was able to find a doctor that I could connect with, and that really does care about me. But at the same time, I have to report to him every time something happens or every time I get sick. And by doing so, they'll keep on paying me until the day I die. Okay? So that's really the difference. And so if you have to ask me like what my primary care would be, it would have to be the VA. The only difference is the VA does not have an emergency room. And the way I ended up in the ER, I actually took my wife to the emergency room because she had the flu. All right? So while I was there, I also checked myself in and say, why not? I'm going to be here for hours. Why not put my name in the hat? And when I checked in, that's when they found out I had pneumonia. And then one thing led to another, one thing next to another. Next thing I know, my oxygen level is dropping. They're trying to figure out why. And that's when all that drama happened all last week. That's why I haven't been cooking, because I just can't stand long enough to, without like, not fainting, but I do get dizzy spells. But, yeah. So it's two different healthcare. One is for the family. VA is just for me. It doesn't really cover any family member whatsoever. Okay, and like I said, I have to report majority of everything I do to the VA because they do pay me for my 24 years of military service. But at the same time, I really think they do a lot of testing on us. I don't know if that makes sense. I don't even know if I'm allowed to say it. All right. So, but yeah, I just feel like they do a lot of testing, a lot of surveys. Because out of the blue, I'll get a call and saying, hey, we need a blood sample, I need this. So I just report. Like it was out of the blue the other, what was it about? I want to say December. I get an email, then a phone call saying I had to report to the VA lab. and provide a blood and urine sample. Now, we all know what the urine sample is for. I passed, don't worry about it, but who the hell calls you out of blue and asks for a urine sample when you're retired? You know what I'm saying? But I passed their test and all that, but I think it was more like a sweep. I don't know. That's something I don't get involved with. But I provide it, you know. You can't really say no. But I don't know. We'd have to see. All right, that's it. So for my new subscribers, I promise this is a cooking vlog channel, and I'll get back into it. I think I'm gonna try to cook tonight. I think I'm able to stand more than 5 minutes. Most of my live cooking channel is about 20 minutes long. I try to keep it within 20 minutes. And then, you know, I do have some edited videos I do, and I try to do that below 5 minutes, because it just seems to me my magic number minutes for my edited videos is like 3 to 8 minutes, seems to be my number. So I like to hit 4 or 5 minutes. For my old subscribers, hey, thank you so much for sticking around, and thank you for all the kind words that you guys put on my Facebook and Instagram and also Twitter. Okay. Yeah, thanks for the prayers and all that stuff. But yeah, I think I like my VA doctor was saying yesterday, you just need to get back to your old routine. You know, it's good to stay in bed, but it's also good to get some fresh air, okay? And just walk around, get the blood flowing, breathe the fresh air. So that's why I kind of did it here. I do miss hanging out in my bar. I'd say I spend majority of my time while the kids are in school and the wife's at work. I spend majority of my time working here in my bar because I feel peaceful here. I do a lot of my video editing, a lot of thinking here. Not that I drink a lot or anything, but my guys did build me a bar prior to my retirement. If you guys haven't seen it, let me show you. Let me give you guys a quick overview, quick tour of my bar. So here's my gas grill. There's my Blackstone griddle. Probably needs to clean it soon. Okay. My poker table. I do host a veterans poker game. Haven't done it in a few weeks. My green screen. If you guys know, I was doing some green screen project. My shadow box. Okay. My present from my wife for retirement. My palette for all my liquor. My beautiful bar that I love, even though I really don't drink. I drink beer, I don't drink liquor. And that's it. Okay, but yeah, this is where my guys built this for me prior to my retirement and said this is my new office. Okay, so this is where it all started. So, all right. I gotta get going. I'm gonna go for a walk. Just like maybe a 10, 15, 20-minute walk or something. If I could do a 20-minute walk, that means I could cook tonight. Okay, get back in the cooking groove. All right, thank you for joining, and I will see you tonight. I think you'll like this dish. It's Friday, Filipino Friday. So, of course, I'm gonna try to make a Filipino dish. Okay? All right. Bye.